We had a great little stay in Midland RV Park in guess where?
Midland?
Texas.
And if you'd like to see what a park looks like and the amenities that it has, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you get all that information beforehand.
I'm TK.
And I'm Earl.
Let's check out the park.
The park is nestled in the middle of the Permian Basin in Texas, so you have a bunch of oil rigs around there.
We planned Midland as one of our stops between Dallas and Tucson, and we didn't expect to have such a great time.
Right.
The whole Midland Odessa area actually has a lot of little hidden gems. We'll talk more about those in a minute, but first we'll talk about the park. The park was really nice. I think the price was about in our typical range.
Yep.
There were 2 dog parks, and the one by us had 2 sections, so you could share with another dog if you needed to.
Almost like there were 3 dog parks.
Yeah, they had a playground. Not all parks have a playground. And then the stuff that we usually need, like the laundry, there were bathrooms, and I think they had a shower. It looked like maybe you might have to pay for the shower. We don't tend to use the shower.
They had full hookups, so you had your water, your electric with 50 amp, and sewer right there on your site. And there's a fitness room too. I think you may actually have had to pay for it from what I could tell. The lady said you needed to like give a $5 deposit for a key, and that would get you into the fitness center. It's also a Good Sam park, so if you have a Good Sam membership, you can save by staying there as well. There are multiple sections to the park, so it looked like it was a lot smaller than it actually is. So there's the side that we were on, and then you probably can't tell from like the views that we have, but there's a lot more on another section. And they have cabins to rent as well.
What's super sweet about this park is you can walk right across the street, and there's a wildlife preserve right there.
Yes, the I-20 Wildlife Preserve and Jenna Welch Nature Study Center. So happy I got that on.
I wish I'd go every day. It was a nice spot, and I think you did.
Yeah, and there was a lot of Pokemon stuff to play around there, so I was doing that a lot.
It was kind of dead looking, but like a nice, peaceful winter dead. And I think if you come during the spring, if we come back, we'd probably like to come during the spring and see things more in bloom and more water.
And butterflies too. There's a butterfly garden there where the monarchs come and they nest.
Though we were staying in Midland, we spent most of our time in Odessa. There's a lot of hidden gems in Odessa. Even the first day, I think we saw like 3 things.
Yeah, like we went crazy. There's like a bunch of stuff there, and like, let's do this, let's do that.
The first thing we saw was Stonehenge.
All the stones around here. That's pretty bright. Yeah, so we're looking for things to do in Odessa and Midland, and came across this, and it's at the University of Texas Permian Basin. So if you're looking for things to do out in this area and maybe looking for a spot, just along the highway or something, this is pretty neat. It's a cool little find. And on the southwest side of Odessa, on the outskirts of town, there is the 2nd largest meteor crater in the US. We went to the one in Arizona, the really big one. This one just seemed more like a little indentation in the ground, and like it was just like nothing compared to the giant meteor crater in Arizona.
What's nice about this one is you can actually walk inside.
Yeah, you can't go down into the one in Arizona, but this one you can actually go into, and they have like a nice little path carved through there, and it's pretty neat. Now we're standing inside the 2nd largest meteor crater in the United States. This one we actually get to go inside of, so that's really cool.
Another really neat feature of Odessa is their replica of the Globe Theater. And it is so to scale that when the Globe Theater burned down in England, they visited this theater in Odessa and checked out the measurements when they were rebuilding it. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, this was a pretty neat find out there. It's just one of those things, like in Odessa, Texas, you wouldn't expect there to be a replica of the Globe Theater. It was so cool.
And what's really fun is we came there, we were taking some pictures, and we saw someone leaving and kind of locking up, and we're like, hey, is it open for tours? And it turned out like she was a tour person. Her name was Amanda. She was super cool. And she had a tour for us the next day. We scheduled it for the next morning, and she did an awesome job. Unfortunately, I don't think we were there at quite the best time. They were doing some auditions for a show the day we were there. That was pretty cool. That means we couldn't see the show. I think a lot of things happened in the spring from what it sounded like. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
As far as different plays, musicals. So we'd definitely like to come back at a time where we can watch stuff, probably in the spring. I think they have something kind of nice at Christmas time as well. But the absolute best part of Odessa was the Jackrabbit Jamboree.
That was a lot of fun.
We got 2 of these from the Odessa Chamber of Commerce, from Ashley. She was super cool. But basically, there's this passport type program where you can go to these differently decorated jackrabbits throughout Odessa. You may have seen cows in Chicago, pelicans somewhere on the East Coast, maybe Georgia, South Carolina. I think there's stuff like this throughout the US, or has been. And it was the coolest thing. We noticed one right by the globe where we were visiting. And we were like, we wonder if there are more, and looked into it, and there were. I think it's a great thing for small businesses and to promote Odessa. We were able to go all over Odessa pretty much and find all these different rabbits. And there's actually an app for it, which I've never heard of before, and I think it's genius.
Yeah, you just download it, and then you can put directions into each of the rabbits. They have them out right there on the app, and when you get there, you check in, and when you get, I think it was 16 out of maybe 30, 32-ish, something like that, you go to the Chamber of Commerce, show them, and they give you the jackrabbits.
Just be aware that some of the directions may be a little bit off. And also, some of the jackrabbits are not there anymore.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way.
We did just check in at those spots where they were supposed to be, and it was fine. And we tried to make sure we got to still see at least 16 rabbits. When we went in and got our rabbits, we met Ashley, and she told us about a grand opening the next day at the house. So that was pretty cool. So we went the next night. That was our date night.
Yep. Yeah, we just went there. It was super cool being there on opening night when there aren't a whole lot of people there at first, and then it really starts, filling up. We got, what did we end up getting? We got a flight of a few different beers, and then we just picked our favorite.
We each got our own separate drink.
Yeah, a really cool place. Had a lot of fun.
And I think we're one of the first reviews on Google Review. I think we are the first, actually.
Yeah, I think
so
we were.
Check it out. We also went to Rooster's Diner, which was pretty interesting food. We liked it.
Yeah, that was delicious.
A Mexican-Asian fusion.
Yep. We ended up getting the Rooster fries, which was covered in kimchi and spicy mayo, and cabbage, and we put some Korean beef on top of it, and it was so good. Also had the wonton tacos and pork dumplings. It was all just like super, super good. Really great food.
Really cute decor as well. And while we were waiting for the food, I snuck out to the back and I got to chat with one of the people who work there.
10 years that I've been retired.
Wow. Thank you for your service. This is Carlos. He showed me around the back area, which is open on Friday nights. We didn't get to go back, so when we come back to see the Spring Theater, we'll probably go back for an evening at Rooster's Diner. We did do something in Midland. It is the location of the childhood home for George W. Bush. He spent a few years of his childhood there. So it was a cute little place, and they made sure that they had things looking like it did back then. They tried to keep some of the old stuff or find replicas of the stuff that was actually in the house.
Yeah, like the toys, like TV, different stuff in the kitchen. It's a pretty cool house.
Yeah, so we spent a little bit of time there, read quite a bit. There's also a room just devoted to baseball. I didn't realize he loved baseball so much.
Yeah, he was a big, huge baseball fan.
Of course, we had to eat something while we were going out on an excursion in Midland. So we stopped by Wall Street Bar and Grill. It was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had chicken fried steak with country gravy on it, and onion rings, and cheese bites, and
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder. Yeah. So not pictured was the country fried steak, because I think we ate that too quickly.
Dug in. Supposedly, are we still going?
Yep.
They're known for their drinks, but we didn't get any because it was lunchtime.
Yep, just a root beer.
We came to Midland, Odessa from busy Dallas, so it was a nice, quiet stay for us.
Yeah.
After that hustle and bustle. I did have a friend say, "What's in Midland?" And I said, "I actually like it here." And we had such a good time.
Yeah. A lot
Chasing
more,
jackrabbits.
a lot more fun than we thought we would.
Visiting some hidden gems. We'll be back, probably in the springs, and we'll try to catch even more things there.
So if you enjoyed our tour of Midland RV Park and the Midland Odessa area, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you know what other RV parks and areas look like before you head out there. Leave a like on our video and leave a comment on what you enjoy doing in the Midland Odessa area so everybody knows what else is out there. Thank you again, everybody.
The park had everything we needed. It even had 2...
I can't. I'm like frowned.
The park had pretty much everything we needed. It actually had... dang it.
I think you said it firsthand too.
Did I?
I think so.
What did I say?
Park actually had everything.
The park had everything we needed. It had 2...
That's waiting for you to say it.
I think you went there like every day, right? Because it was actually a Pokestop.
Yep, it actually was.
Oh shit. You know, they're starting to bring things back and revitalize the whole thing. And we'll cut a lot of this because I'm just babbling right now. Mr. Coffee?
Good, right? Nope, it's rolling. Why is it rolling?
Oh crap. We did do something in Midland. It is the birthplace of George W. Was it birthplace? It's the childhood home of George W. Bush Jr. Is it? Oh my god.
And if you want to see update,
Swell. Say I love you. Won't you please subscribe so we can make it to 1,000?